Every element of war was reflected in what we saw when we landed in Cherbourg. It was a very sobering sight because it was the first time we had actually seen the effects of war on towns and villages.
And coming from the relative safety of the United States, I would imagine that that's got to be sort of a surreal impression that you have.
That's putting it mildly. All of this, as I said earlier, had been a growing process of conditioning us as soldiers to facing the reality of being shot at in combat. And so here we were now, face to face with French people who had been shot at in combat, and the ruins of their homes and their shops and their environment was torn up. The hedgerows of Normandy are well known in history, and where the rows of normal vegetation rise up to mark the borders between properties, called hedgerows. Unfortunately, the Germans were able to pick off a lot of our tanks because when the tanks came to the hedgerows, they naturally turned upward, exposing their tender belly of the tank to the German artillery fire, and we lost many, many tanks that way until we finally came to the conclusion of cutting through the hedgerows and literally carving out roads so that our tanks could go through.